Thank you for the introduction, Laurie. And thank you, Uli, for giving me the chance to share with you what we're doing at BIOS Medical. Let me share my screen. I believe that should, yes. Our vision is to make every orthopedic implant smart. Now, let me introduce Anna to explain why orthopedic implants should become smart. Anna is 78 years old. She goes hiking regularly and she's fully independent. Then she fell, a broken hip. For Anna, it was the beginning of the end. She never got her independent life back. Why? A broken hip means total immobility. Surgery, really the only fix. After surgery, she goes home to recover. But once discharged, she enters a black hole. Anna herself, her family, her rehab team, and her doctor have no data on how her recovery is going. They cannot tell if it's on track. The cost is tragic. 3 out of 5 hip fracture patients never regain their old life, and 1 out of 3 go back to the hospital with severe complications within a year. Now, I want you to imagine a different world. We trace Anna's recovery continuously. We spot trends early so that doctors can stop complications before they escalate. Anna gets real-time feedback. She feels safe and she gains confidence. She moves more and she lives longer. And hospitals save costs and free up resources. Now, we built the tool to do this, an implantable orthopedic sensor. It can be added to standard hip nail systems, integrating seamlessly into the surgical workflow. No change in surgery technique required. It sits right where it counts, inside the body at the fracture site. And once implanted, it tracks recovery. No effort needed from the patient. Nothing to wear, recharge, or remember. Now that's all good and nice, but what about the financial incentives? An additional device means bigger upfront cost. Why are hospitals going to buy it? In short, because a new rule just changed everything. Hospitals now face the team model for hip fracture and other indications. They get one bundled payment per patient, and that single check covers surgery, rehab, and any readmissions for 30 days. Complications and inpatient rehab now drain hospital profits. But the real question is, can this, let's call it a data-driven savings model, work in real life? And the answer is yes. And all you need to do is you need to look at smart knee implants. There's real data from 1,600 US knee patients that proves it. They delivered 38% cost reductions post-surgery alone. On average, that translates to about $10,000 in cost savings per patient. The mechanism from personalized recovery data to better patient outcomes, threefold. Early detection of complications, reduction of patient anxiety, and patient adherence to the rehab plan. The market is massive. Hip fractures are surging. We see 40 million cases a year today globally, and that hits 26 million by 2050. Plus, our tech platform expands. It fits spines, knees, torn ligaments. In the US alone, our addressable market is around $3.4 billion. Where do we stand today? Our technology is patented. Our supply chain is set. We've gone through formative usability testing, proved our hardware is safe, verifying mechanical limits, and validated lifetime performance and signal transmission. Now, we're going through software and cybersecurity. We also ran a study with elderly patients already, validating usability for the target age group. And our first clinical trial proved the system is stable and easily integrated into standard hospital workflows. This fall, we start a follow-up clinical study focusing on how patients and surgeons interact using real-time personalized sensor data. Mid-2027, we're launching a randomized controlled trial across 4 major US academic centers. The study will track 30 patients per group for 6 months with functional and patient satisfaction scores as endpoints. Our regulatory and commercial path is clear. We have FDA breakthrough device designation. We're pursuing the de novo pathway. And as part of the FDA's Total Lifecycle Advisory Program, the FDA has already validated our V&V test plan. Now, what about competition? The status quo in hospitals? Periodic face-to-face follow-up visits and x-rays. Wearables and smartwatches exist, but they only track the outside. In the implant space, a few companies look at spine or knee, but they either measure motion data only or need an external wearable as a power source. Our competitive moat, our technology is patented. We have clear USPs, one being measuring load bearing inside the fracture and no change in clinical workflow. And lastly, orthopedic industry leaders are working with us already. Why? First, no innovation in this space since 15 years. Implants have become a basic commodity. Personalized care is the new frontier. To win, they need data, and we have that data. The tier 1 giant already went through technology due diligence with us, and we have signed letter of support. Now, why are we going to win? In short, we have the scars to prove we can. Marcus, my co-founder, has built orthopedic implants for 2 decades. I've scaled startups to profit from scratch for over 10 years across North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Our roadmap? We're validating the device as we speak. We start human trials next year. We're looking to launch in the US by 2020. Looking ahead, in 20 years, every orthopedic implant will be smart. Anna will recover. She will walk normally again, and she will get her life back. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. And we'll take now judge questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, Patrick. Two questions. One, you mentioned power source in the use case other than you. Curious how you solve power source. And the other question is, you said with respect to the slide that had all the medical device logos up there, you said they need data and we have data. I didn't understand that proposition.
Okay.
Can you shed some light on that as well?
Happily. Thank you for asking. So power source, we solve it through an implantable battery. So the device is self-sustainable for 6 to 12 months, which is the time frame that you need to see if these patients are recovering.
I see.
And the reason we do it that way is to not put any effort on the patient that has just gone through a major trauma.
Got it. Thank you.
Second, they need data. We have that data. Implants in orthopedics have become a commodity, right? They're metal pieces. They don't tell you anything about recovery. They're fantastic for fracture fixation, and a lot of things have been done there. But innovation has slowed. And the focus is going towards recovery, towards personalized recovery.
I get it now. You're saying they need to be smart to differentiate.
Exactly.
I get it.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry. Thanks
the way it came out, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Now 2 and 2 is together, so I'm set. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Patrick, who else is on your team, number one? And two, you indicated that you anticipate regulatory approval by 28. Just what's the estimated cost to get you through that process?
To get us to regulatory approval from now or
Yes.
total?
Yes. Yeah.
From
Yes.
now? The estimated cost for us is about 1.4 million. And the team is 4 people. So there's 2 founders, an additional technical staff focusing mainly on the software, and a regulatory person. And the reason, maybe this is interesting. No, I'll answer your question and then I'll be quiet.
Is the regulatory person a fractional person?
No, full time.
Okay.
No, we have a focus there as we see a lot of work coming up.
Did you have additional questions, Tony or Jay?
I do not.
There is a question from the audience, and if it's okay, I'd like to bring it up. Patrick, he's saying, what is the data produced and how is it used by patients and doctors?
Great question. Thank you. So the main data is load, is force that runs across the fracture, across the implant. And the way you want, or I'd like you to think about it, is the implant is a temporary stabilization of the fracture. So that's why it's being placed. And as the bone heals, it's taking away from the load on the implant. So eventually, this is fully conservative. So eventually, the bone carries all the load again. So what we are measuring is the load. Now, why is this crucial? Because if you don't do that, you cannot see if complications are coming up, if there's a cutout, if there's avascular necrosis, all these kinds of things you can see from the outside. Plus, what you cannot see from the outside is these patients move very, very slowly in the critical phase. And all kinds of wearables that are out there, they don't resolve that kind of data. Now, how can it be used by patients and doctors? We envision 2 very separate viewpoints for the patient, or views for the patient and the doctor. The doctor getting a full view and being alerted to potential clinical issues. The patient, it's more about showing him how he's doing on his recovery path with very, very simple metrics. Terms in this field that's used is they're called digital ability outcomes, and there's actually good research on that, what really matters. And you want to show the patient and motivate the patient to move more. It's really not a question of moving too much. That's not what this patient population is usually seeing.
Okay, so we have yet another question, and since we have 2 minutes on the judges' questions, I'll go ahead and ask it. So he's saying, okay, so this is not being proposed for total hip, knee, shoulder, ankle joint replacement, correct?
Not initially. We're focusing as our beachhead market, we're focusing on hip fracture, so trauma. But we do have those indications covered within the implant, within the tech platform. So step by step, we've built the technology in such a way that the core component can stay the same, and it's really just the adapter to the existing implants that changes.
Very
Can
good.
I jump to the next question as I'm seeing it and it's open here? The battery doesn't
yeah.
need to be changed.
Go for it. Yes.
It runs end of life. If a patient wants it out, it can be taken out, but it's in essence imagine a pacemaker. It can just stay, and it's pacemaker grade. So it's double shell, seal, everything.
Are there any risks of the battery staying inside indefinitely?
No, not really. If you look at pacemakers, there's good data for over 30 years. And actually, if you look in literature, there's not a single case where that has been a problem in terms of the battery leaking or all these kinds of things. That's not the case. It's actually simpler for us because in a pacemaker, if the battery stops working, it's a real problem, right? Because it's active. For us, it's not nice because the sensor stops working, but that's not like a pacemaker. So it's, yeah,
Okay, thank you.
it's less bad. Let's put it this way. Product doesn't
Great.
work, but no harm
We're
done.
essentially at the end of our